there, fellow immigrants and green card aspirants. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Simon Shetty, your host and founder of Smart Green Card program. Today, we are diving into a topic that is on the minds of talented individuals like you, the EB1A Green Card. We'll be tackling the most frequently asked questions. We get a ton of questions every day on our website and through our email. And I want to go through some of these questions to help you gain a clearer understanding of this pathway to permanent residency. Let's just jump right in. Question 1. What is the EB1A Green Card? The EB1A Green Card is a unique pathway for individuals with exceptional achievements in their field to obtain the US Green Card. This category is renowned for its relatively shorter processing time and the ability to self-petition, things like that. Essentially, philosophically, why does the Green Card, EB1A Green Card exist? It is mostly to get the creme de la creme, the best of the best into the United States in whatever fields they are in. And it is consistent with the ethos of the United States, which is to have opportunities open up for the best people in the world and to act as a magnet to attract the best people in the world. Now, of course, that's a high level explanation of why the EB1A Green Card exists. USCIS does go deeper into classifying who exactly these creme de la creme people are, what you need to do to be that, etc. And that is what you find in the qualification criteria for the EB1A Green Card. I'm sure there's another question about this. I'll answer it later. But yeah, that's essentially what the EB1A Green Card is for. Question number 2. Who is eligible for the EB1A? To qualify for the EB1A Green Card, you need to, number 1, demonstrate extraordinary ability in your respective field. Number 2, provide evidence of sustained national or international acclaim. Number 3, have a significant body of work that has had a major impact on your field. And how do you do all of this? That's what the 10 USCIS criteria are for. That is what you need to meet 3 out of those 10 in order to prove that you've reached the pinnacle of your field and you are actually a respected member in the field, got sustained national international acclaim, you have extraordinary ability in the field which resulted in all of that, and you have made a significant body of work or contribution to that field. Question number 3. Do I need a job offer? Unlike the other green card categories, which is the EB2, the EB3, maybe even the EB1B, EB1C, the EB1A is super special, and I'll tell you why. Because it does not require you to have a specific job offer from any US employer or any employer for that matter. You can self-petition, which means you can directly apply for this green card without having any job lined up at all. So in theory, you can be unemployed and still apply for this green card. But in practice, it works a little differently because, in order to prove that you will continue working in the United States in this field of endeavor that you're applying for the green card on, you will inevitably have to prove that, hey, there's someone who is there to employ you or you have a business or something like that. So it's kind of counterintuitive anyway. But essentially, if you look at the language of the law, you do not need to have an employer to file their EB1A green card. This flexibility often proves as a major advantage of the EB1A Green Card category because you don't need an employer, so you are not subject to all the drama that employers make employees go through for reasons valid or invalid. And this allows you to have more control over your immigration journey. Of all the things that you have relinquished control on in your entire immigration journey, it's only right that you find a path where you can regain control over this final step in your immigration journey. Question number 4. Can I include my spouse and children? Absolutely. You can include your spouse and unmarried children under the age of 21 in your application. They'll be eligible for a derivative green card, which is basically allowing your family to join you in the US or continue to stay with you in the US. This is a wonderful opportunity to keep your loved ones close as you embark on this new chapter in the US. Question number 5. What is the processing time for the EB1A? Processing time for the EB1A green cards tends to be relatively faster compared to the other green card categories because they are all stuck in a ridiculous backlog of 20 to 50 to 100 to 150 years. I don't know. There are reports that speak each one of these for people from India and some other high immigration countries. But EB1A, it's about a year, max probably a year and a half, something like that. On average, it can take about 8 months to a year, like I said, from filing to approval. However, you should keep in your mind that processing times can vary based on many factors. It depends on USCIS workload, your individual case. It also depends on which service center you apply to, a lot of different things. Question number 6. Do I need a PhD or a master's degree? Great question. Having a PhD or master's degree is not a requirement for the EB1A Green Card. In fact, the ironic thing is that there is no stipulation of education as a qualification for EB1A Green Card at all. So what matters here is actually your extraordinary ability and the impact that you have made in your field. So focus on what's important. Focus on showcasing your achievements regardless of your educational background. Question number 7, what if I don't have enough citations? Having a huge number of citations is not the determining factor. A lot of people get this wrong, and I, from time to time, keep beating on the same drum. Citations are not the end of the game. USCIS considers like a range of evidence, like way beyond your citations, to even find out if your work is of major significance to the field or not. Citations technically are not in the language of the law. They are just there to show that your work has been used by other people in the field. Now, how else can you prove that your work has been used by other people in the field? There are plenty of ways pertaining to your own field, etc. Like, for example, if you are a software engineer and you have made some open source contributions, then are those open source contributions used a lot in the field? That plays a huge role as a software engineer. Now, depending on which field you are in, maybe you'll be writing papers, and maybe those papers are implemented in a certain way, etc. So there's a lot of opportunities that you can use to show that your work has been used by other people in the field as well. So the other layer that you can use to stress more on the fact that your work has been of significance is use everything that you have gotten acclaim on top of, right? Like, for example, awards and the critical role and the media coverage, a high salary, the membership, etc. All of these do one way or the other feed into original contributions and telling a very formidable story of why your contribution is major in the field. So quality and impact do matter more than sheer quantity. And if you just look at the citation number and judge yourself, you will be sucked into this quantity game, which is a game that most people won't likely win. So be sure to highlight the significance of your work in all ways and not just through the citation count, which most people just run after. Question number 8. Can I apply for EB1A from outside the United States? Absolutely. You can apply for the EB1A Green Card from outside the US. In fact, I think most of the EB1A Green Cards are now applied from outside the US. I might be wrong on that, but that is the fact. At least half, I guess. So the process involves submitting your petition to the USCIS and attending an interview. Once the 140 is approved, you, instead of filing an adjustment of status, which happens through the Department of Homeland Security, you need to apply for the DS-260, which is the application for immigrant visa. DS-160 is the application for non-immigrant visa, like you might have applied. So you apply that at a US consulate or embassy at your home country. And once that is approved, after an interview, you'll be issued an immigrant visa. It's a one-time stamp to enter the United States as a permanent resident. And then once you enter the US in about 30 or 90 days, you get the green card in the mail. Most of the people who we help out through the Smart Green Card program do not go through the consular processing route because they anyway are in the US. So they don't have to deal with this inter-agency transfer of cases. But just in case you're outside the US and you want to try out the EB1A option, this is an option for you. Question number 9. What happens after an RFE? If you receive an RFE, first thing, don't panic. A request for evidence is not a denial. It's a common part of the process where USCIS is like, hey, I don't agree with a lot of things that you said. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you should give me more stuff to convince me. And therefore, I am asking you for more evidence. So it's crucial to respond with strong and relevant evidence to address these concerns. Actually, a lot of EB1A cases, you sometimes get RFEs. And these RFEs are definitely overcomable. So don't panic. If you're part of the Smart Green Card program, we'll actually walk you through a lot of things. The US-based specialist attorneys that we work very closely with in partnership with are experts at helping people through their RFE process as well. A lot of Smart Green Card program folks never received an RFE because we do help out with strengthening the case as tightly as possible from the get-go and scoring a home run. But in case you do end up with one, the folks that we partner with are well prepared and well experienced to do that as well. Question number 10. How can Smart Green Card help? At Smart Green Card, we understand the complexities of this EB1A process. Our program is designed to guide you through every step of the way, not just initial step or not just in like an educational manner, but a very handheld manner to build a strong profile. It involves gathering evidence, preparing compelling story with all our expertise and personalized approach. I'm not going to go deeper into that because you'll anyway find it on our website. Who wants to bore you with information that you can already find online? But we aim to streamline your journey. Our goal is, how can we make your journey as seamless as possible, as smooth as possible, so that you can focus on the things that you are good at, while we take away the things that we can be good at and partner with you in order to do it, so that you can focus on your subject matter expertise, your impact in the field, things that you exclusively can do, so that we can be a partnering force to do everything else that will help you be the thought leader in the space, that will eventually help you qualify for this category as well. So we aim to streamline this journey overall. And we aim to help you secure the EB1A Green Card within 8 months to a year of you joining the program. That's generally how we work, and that's what we've been successful at delivering to multiple people throughout the past several months. And there you have it, folks. These are the top 10 questions that we've received this week. Please send our team a lot more questions. We are happy to answer them. You can also hop onto our Decider plan, where you get to interact with me either on group Q&A calls or on one-on-one calls for your profile evaluation. There's a lot more things we can do to see if you do stand a chance in qualifying eventually for the EB1A Green Card. So if you are serious about securing your green card and building a successful life in the United States, I really encourage you to explore the Smart Green Card program. Feel free to leave your questions in the comments below. My team takes a look at those comments, and I am always here to answer your questions. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more valuable insights. That subscribe is key. It really helps us with the algorithm. It really motivates us to put this kind of content out that will be helpful to you. And guess what? It comes at no cost to you. So please subscribe. So until next time, stay driven and keep reaching for your dreams. This is Simon Shetty signing off. Peace.